Hello and welcome to the Palma Pantry. My name is Marin and today we're making refried beans. As you know, we're working on building up a 1-year food supply in our food storage, and we eat tacos a lot and we like refried beans with them. And while storing canned refried beans is not really a huge problem, I feel like it's more economical and more space efficient if we store dried pinto beans instead. So I have been working on learning how to make refried beans from scratch, and that's what you're going to see in today's video. So the first step I take when I make refried beans is soaking the beans overnight, the night before I want to make them. And I cook my beans in the Instant Pot, so I usually just soak them in the Instant Pot as well. So I put in 1 cup of dried pinto beans, and I put in enough water to cover them by about more than double, because they do swell up a lot and take in a lot of water, and then we'll just leave them to sit overnight. The next morning I pulled out the Instant Pot and set the beans to cook for 30 minutes on high pressure. However, I made a mistake here. I should have rinsed the beans and put new water in the pot before I started cooking them. So I'll make sure I do that next time. I let the Instant Pot do a natural release and just keep the beans warm for most of the day while we did other things. Then I pulled them out of the Instant Pot and drained them. You do want to save the bean water just in case you need to add any liquid later during the process. I added some oil to my frying pan and heated it up. Then I added the beans and fried them for a minute while mashing them up a little bit with my spoon. I added chili powder, garlic powder, and onion flakes. I'd rather use onion powder, but we don't have any. At this point, I felt like there wasn't enough oil, so I added some more and continued mashing and mixing the beans as they fried. I still don't have a good handle on how to fry the beans. How long should I fry them? Should I let them just sit and fry or keep stirring them? Should I be using more oil or a different fat? If you have any ideas, let me know down in the comments. This is where I realized that I forgot to add salt. The texture is looking pretty good right now, so I didn't add any liquid, but once I got them to the table, I realized that I probably should have added some because they got pretty dry as they cooled. Since I know we're not going to use all of these today, I put them right in the Tupperware to take them to the table. Okay, so this is the third time, I think, that I have made refried beans from scratch. So we're still working on it. It's still a process before I bite into this. This batch is, as it seemed the right texture as I was scooping it into the Tupperware, but I think it is a little too dry. So I would probably keep it in the pan as it cooled so that I could mix in a little bit more liquid. I might do that when we eat this next. For lunch today it's just me. But so that texture wise, this is not my best batch. The one before was a little bit better. But it is okay. So normally I eat this with taco meat as well, and I think that's why it tastes so bland to me, because I don't have any taco meat on it right now because I was too lazy to warm some up for just me. But it tastes like refried beans. Like, I think I've got kind of a feel for the spices to include and how much. The texture is actually not bad. It's a little dry, but I didn't add any liquid to it, as you saw. And I think I probably should have added a little bit of liquid to it. The first batch that I made, I put in way too much garlic, so that was a learning experience. The first batch that I made, I also didn't really fry it at all. I warmed it up in the frying pan when we eventually ate it, but I didn't really fry it. The second two batches I fried the beans, which I think is definitely key for taste. Yeah, I mean, that's my review of homemade refried beans. I will continue working on it. The next thing I plan to try is, instead of cooking the beans in the Instant Pot, I'm going to can some beans and use the canned beans to make my refried beans. And then you saw that I used powdered garlic and minced onion because we don't have any onion powder. And so I also would like to try cooking the beans with whole onion and whole garlic, or fresh raw, and just using that as the flavor instead of using powdered spices. And if we like that, then I might try just canning it that way as well. I love cheese, but we'll see. And if you're interested in seeing that as well, let me know and I can do another video, or just include it in one of our Meals of the Week videos, because as you know, we have tacos almost every Thursday. And I'm gonna finish up my lunch and get going. I can't believe I didn't notice that my head was half cut off for that entire last clip. I will get better, just as I am attempting to get better at cooking. If you want to see more of this refried bean journey, please leave me a comment below, or leave me a comment on something else that you'd like to see me try. I really enjoy your advice and your comments and your thoughts. It's been really fun for me as we kind of build this community and as I continue to learn from all of you. If you're interested in following along with this journey, please also subscribe. I will also pop up a couple of videos that you can watch in the meantime until we upload our next video. And thank you for being here on the Palma Pioneer Pantry.